I still rate the Sonic the Hedgehog drowning music to be the most stressful audio clip ever created.
I genuinely get anxious every time I hear it. There's something in my childhood that comes out and goes, no, 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 no.
Hello and welcome to Gaming Talk with Antstream. I'm Trista Bytes, and today I have Marta, who is a design manager at Sega and an incredible Twitch streamer as well. Thank you for joining us today.
That's very kind, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'd like to quiz you a little bit on your love of gaming and how you ended up working in the gaming industry. When did you start playing games?
That's where to even begin. I think as most kids, I ended up just playing video games at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just ended up finding someone that had a console, and I went, "Wow, what's that? You can control those little people on screen? Amazing!
I can kill you, and you're also a little pixely person."
Yeah, it's like I was very fascinated. My brother, who's my older brother, he had the Spectrum, so I got introduced to that via that. It wasn't my console, and he sometimes would let me play. But you know, as a child, having to put a cassette in and then having to wait half an hour, hoping that it will load. You go outside, you play. You kind of, by the time you get back, it's like, wow, I get to play now. But now I'm tired because I went outside playing. So that was a bit of a different environment. But at a friend's house one day, they had a Master System, and that was a game changer. I looked at it and I was like, wow, what is this? How is this? I was just so fascinated by it that I ran home and I spoke to my parents about it. I was like, oh my God, have you seen, this is amazing. And I begged my parents for a Master System. And somehow, because they were just cool like that, they went to the store one day and they picked up a Mega Drive instead that had recently come out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know it was out. You know, I grew up in Portugal, so the level of information that I had available as a child was very limited. So when they got me the Mega Drive, I essentially cried. I was 6. I was like, I can't believe I have it. But for a brief moment, I went, wait, this isn't a Master System. This is not what I asked for. But I very quickly realized that
it was double what you asked for.
It was that and more. You know, I finally had the TV in my own bedroom, which was a thing that, you know, I thought only rich kids could have, and I was just so amazed by it. And I pretty much became obsessed over video games ever since. Like everyone in my hometown got tired of me just talking about, particularly Sega. I was a Sega fangirl through and through. So.
Yeah, I was pretty similar. We had a Master System in my house. It wasn't mine, but it was in the living room.
Yeah.
But the first one that was just mine was my Mega Drive 2, which is the first thing I ever bought and saved up for with pocket money. Nothing had ever stopped me just spending my pocket money on chocolate until the Mega Drive came out. And at that point, just nothing could make me spend my pocket money or birthday money or Christmas money.
Chocolate, Mega Drive.
Yeah, there was no contest. It was absolutely shocking to my mother that it did that. But those systems, especially going from, because I knew people with Speckies and C64s, and going from that to something like a Mega Drive.
Oh my God, yes.
The amount of colours on screen.
It was something complete. To me, it was a luxury. It was just, I can't believe this is possible. And I didn't have access to arcades or anything like that, but the nearest shopping centre had a virtual racing arcade. And I cannot tell you how much that blew my mind. And I would always ask my parents for money every time we go shopping for food. Be like, okay, can you just let me go and I'm going to play this racing game now. And until I realized it was available at home and it was very expensive. And they were, sure, if we give you the game, will you stop asking us? And I didn't. It was just, it was amazing how it just transferred into a home console, and it just blew my mind how much the hardware was versatile and how much we could translate a lot of arcade games into just having them at home. It was incredible.
Arcade quality graphics at home was just amazing, because I didn't get to play arcade games a huge amount either. We didn't have any arcades sort of immediately near me, and we didn't quite have the money for them. So getting your kind of birthday and Christmas computer game or borrowing them off friends was also my kind of point of contact. And one of my favourite mascots growing up, I think, might have been one of yours as well, because I was quite a fan of hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs are cool. The hedgehogs
They're known for their
really
speed
cool.
and aggression, aren't they?
They know how to roll with things. You know what I mean? And they go through life fast, but they don't waste time on things that are not important. They just do what they got to do.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
I think they're quite super. Yeah.
They are very, very super. I like them when they're blue, particularly.
Yeah, but not drowning.
Absolutely no. If anyone knows the sounds that a hedgehog can make when they're drowning, they're very uncomfortable. Nobody wants that.
No, I still rate the Sonic the Hedgehog drowning music to be the most stressful audio clip ever created.
I genuinely get anxious every time I hear it. It's like, it makes, there's something in my childhood that comes out and goes, no. Yeah.
I think if we wanted to stop aliens coming to Earth, we could broadcast that sound into outer space.
That would be a good idea.
I think so. So we've solved intergalactic alien invasions.
Got you covered.
And we agree on the best blue hedgehog mascot. So obviously this led you to fall very much in love with Sega.
Yeah.
And now you work for them.
Yeah, it is an interesting and weird turn of events that my life has taken and to end up at Sega. It's like a fun fact. So I grew up in Portugal. I moved to the UK when I was 18, 19. I forget exactly the details because that was a long time ago. I'll let you speculate how long ago that has been.
It's a big move to make, moving to a whole new country. What was one of the main reasons that led you to pick the UK?
So I don't often tell people this. So one of the reasons. So my parents did visit the UK when they were in the UK when I was roughly 6, and so I came here for a week, and it was the first time I had the experience of a different country, and I was fascinated by it, and it was incredible. But the reason why I wanted to come over so much was because I saw videos of Sega World on TV. I remember seeing reports and, it's like newscasters talking about this new arcade in London. And I'll be like, oh my God, I want to go to there. That's the place. I want to live there. I want to go there. This is my home. I just remember looking at it and thinking that what it must it be like to be able to visit. And when I came over, I was young, so I don't know exactly what happened, but we ended up not being able to visit. So I never actually got to go. But that was legit the reason that combined with visiting London at such a young age, from that point on, in my head, I was always like, I want to move to London. I want to move to the UK. I want to study there. And one day, maybe I'll get to visit Sega World. But it ended up never happening. But as fate would have it, even though I didn't visit Sega World, I ended up being part of Sega World, as in working for Sega, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I can imagine you could sort of go back and say that to child you. Would they believe you?
No, absolutely not. They'd be like, you're crazy. Just there's no way. As growing up, I didn't have much of a concept of what jobs were available. There was a lot that I didn't know what I could do, and working in video games is not even a thing that even can cross your mind growing up in the south of Portugal. It's just not a thing that you think, oh, totally, that's a job. It's either you become a lawyer or you're a doctor and you work in a shop. Cool, those are your options. Go study something, good luck. So the way I actually got into my job is that I found out that design was a career. And I didn't even know that. It's like today is widely known, but back then I didn't have that information at hand. So I found out about it, and I thought design could help me with anything. I could work for any company. Yeah. Maybe I could do something. I did do a few games in Flash back in the day, so I made my own games at one point, and I was fascinated by websites and digital, which so games was an extension of that. But still, in the back of my head, I always thought this is not possible. But then when the opportunity arose to come to university, to UK, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go. Let's see where this leads. And it might be a bit underwhelming because I know loads of people will be like, "What have you done to work at a company like Sega?" People from home, from Portugal that knew me as a child, go, "Oh my God, you work at Sega? That is incredible. We remember you as a little kid annoying us about video games." And sometimes when I say it's a bit underwhelming, I saw an opening at Sega for a design role for a web designer at the time. I applied, I got the job. which most people will be, that's it? And I'm like, yeah. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. I was prepared. Yeah. I've been preparing for it. I didn't know it was there, but when I saw it, it was almost like a whole new world of opportunities had opened up for me. I was like, wow. I looked at it and went, wait, I can do this? I can do this. Wait, I know the games. I know design. Like, two of my passions can combine. This can certainly happen. And that's pretty much, me being a fan and having grown up with it certainly helped in my application process. And luckily they thought that I was decent enough to come on board. Hopefully they'll never figure out that I'm not that good. And almost 8 years later, still with the company, still working at Sega, doing things for Mr. Blue the Hedgehog. That's the name, right?
I think so, yeah, Bluey. Yeah,
Bluey.
That's the one.
Bluey.
I think it's one of those things where people sometimes forget the route into working in your ideal career, your ideal area, and things like gaming. It isn't just you have to be a character artist or you have to be a coder or developer. There are so many jobs in the games industry that can get you into that area, and it's wonderful seeing all the opportunities that's given you as well. You also are one of the wonderful faces of Sega's official Twitch channel as well, which is how we met originally.
Yes, it is indeed. Yeah, they can't get rid of me. They've tried, but here I am still there all the time, which also kind of happened by accident, but it was a beautiful accident. I got invited to join in. So we released Virtua Racing on the Switch, and we wanted to do. You can play 8 players locally. Now that is insane. Virtua Racing is one of my favorite games of all time. By the time that got mentioned to me, I was like, "Wow, wait, there's a stream happening?" They're like, "Yeah, do you want to take part?" I'm like, "You mean be live in front of people playing games?" Yeah, cool, I'll do it. And we did it. We had 8 people playing the games, and it was I've done a little bit of live TV in the past as well. So it was something that, even though I had been familiar with, very rusty. So it was a bit of a shock. And very quickly, the then community manager at Sega, Ibs, who he kept going, "Hey, we're doing a stream. We're starting to do more streams. You got a studio. It's like, do you want to take part?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." It's like. So I got that as an understanding of, we like what you're doing, keep joining us. And it went from that to, we're doing a stream at 5 p.m, see you then. So things shifted very, very quickly. So more and more we started doing streams from home, and very quickly I fell in love with streaming. Fell in love with streaming at Sega, because it legit, from the outside, a lot of people might think, oh, this is a work thing. But to be honest, what ended up happening is that a few of us who are from completely different roles within the company, from finance to design to community as well, of course, and video editing and QA, just gathering together, all of us who are Sega fans, having a good time playing Sega games with the community. So we were all geeking out together. And I think that fun started to get across. Our channel was really small. When it comes to a big corporation, we were very new to it. And I noticed that we weren't interacting with people on stream. We were playing the games, but I would see someone in chat saying hello, and I'll be like, "Oh my God, person, hello, how are you?" It's like, "How did you find us? Talk to us, tell us more." And it's like, "Oh, you love this game? I love this game." So very quickly, people start to pick up on that. It's like, the people at Sega talk to us. And that was a powerful moment of going, wait a minute, there's something here. We are missing an opportunity to connect with people directly. We should do it. Of course, after the what we know as the apocalypse at the moment, like once the pandemic kind of kicked in, we started working from home. We didn't have access to the studio, but we started streaming from home. And we've been doing it for 2 years now, 3 years total, streaming on the Sega channel, I think. I think I've been the person that has been on most Sega streams at one point. I think I was every single one. Nobody could get rid of me.
Nobody wanted to get rid of you. You are one of the life and soul of the party on that channel.
I have so much fun. I think as someone that grew up with Sega and had the opportunity to work for Sega on a completely different capacity, but to work in a company that is open to be, you know what, we see the potential here. Join us, do this with us. And to be allowed to do that. It's such an honor, and the thing is, I have so much fun with it. A lot of my favorite games are Sega games. So playing Sega games on stream with people that love Sega as well can hardly call that work, because it's just...
Yeah, you get to play modern games, you get to play retro games, you get to relive memories of your childhood.
Exactly.
And that's something that I love about streaming as well, sharing your joy of things. I like discovering games that I never knew I hated. That's a good one as well. And I'm sent endless challenges for things like Burger Time, specifically because I don't like it.
I've seen those streams. Burger Time is a good time.
Wall-to-wall challenges and that, but also I get to play games that I loved as a kid, and I haven't been able to play them since, especially some of those old ones that were on cassette tapes and things like we first started with. It's like, I can't just play those. I don't have them. They were never mine to start with. They were the neighbours' machines. So getting to relive those and play lots of new things, including homebrew games as well. So I've been playing some Tanglewood, which was obviously coded for the Mega Drive, and is now also on Antstream. So that's how I'm streaming it. And it's that bringing of all the community together, and that interaction is one of the things that make these things really, really fun.
It really is.
So if you were going to give people advice if they want to get into the gaming industry, what would be your top couple of tips?
Oh wow, I guess it really depends on what you want to do in the video game industry, but I would say if you want to work in video games, there's a job for you, guaranteed, whether you want to be a dev or not. This is something I'm really passionate about, because I thought I couldn't do it. And I thought there wasn't room for me, but not only there was room for me, I genuinely today took a long time to believe that. I genuinely think I add value to it. I add value to the community and to the industry as a whole. So don't think you can't do something. You're great with numbers and you do finance. This is a finance job there for you in a video game studio near you, because those things are needed. You need people to do emails and websites, like myself, which is one of the roles that I have at Sega. But if you want to be a developer, whether you are self-taught or if you have gone to university, apply for the jobs. It's not easy to get into the video games industry, as many people know. It is very competitive, and it is, even though it might look wide, it is very small. Everyone knows each other. But that can be also a benefit. Apply, keep applying for jobs, don't give up. It took me a long time to be able to find a job that I was genuinely happy with. And like I said, luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Get prepared, because you never know. You never know when the role of your dreams will pop up somewhere. As long as you're polite, persistent but polite, and keep doing your thing. It's the same as most jobs. Keep applying, have a good CV ready. And sometimes one of the best routes as well, alternatively to that, is working in QA. There's a lot of studios that need quality assurance, which is one of the most important roles in the industry. It's like without QA, we can't release high quality games. We need people to see if the games are working correctly, spot bugs and all sorts, which can be a bit repetitive and a bit tedious, because you have to play through areas frequently. And however, it is one of the best ways. I know loads of people that started in QA that today are directors in the studio that are doing amazing work. So don't think that starting where you might think that isn't exactly where you want to be isn't a good thing. There are many avenues, and I'm always happy to help people when they want to when they want advice on how to get into video games, because I've had so many people go, I would like to, but I think it's too late for me, or I think I can't do it. I never studied development. Fun fact, I won't go into it because it's too long of a story. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, and then I went back to study graphic design to become a designer, and then ended up in video games. You never know where life will take you. Don't worry about what everyone else says. Do what you want to do and you'll be fine. Yeah. Just trust yourself.
Take the opportunities that are there.
Exactly.
And I think there's some evidence also suggests that perhaps following your dreams and chasing the arcade in an adjacent country can lead to good things.
You never know. You never know. So trust your gut feeling. I had loads of people telling me I was crazy, and that being called weird for liking video games, and it wasn't a thing. Today is a cool thing. But I'm pretty sure you relate to this. There were times where people treated me very poorly just because I really liked my Mega Drive, or because I really wanted to get a PS2 one day, and stuff like that. So just stay true to yourself. If other people can't respect that, then maybe they're not people you want in your life.
Yeah, follow your dreams and
keep
playing computer games, I think, is the lessons we have learned here today.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that as a takeaway. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, and I feel like I've learned a lot about you today, so thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
You lot found this fun as well, so thank you very much, and hopefully see you on Twitch soon, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.